Hey Samantha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Well, thank you for being here today.
You're welcome.
I know you
Thank
have a
for
lot of
having
things
me.
going on, and you have a client actually waiting for you after this. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet.
Yes.
Okay, and simple. It's never simple. Is real estate ever simple?
No, very complicated.
We all think that real estate is just, I just want to get the keys, let me sign the paperwork, but it's never like that, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah. People just knew. So Sammy, well, I can call her Sammy because we've known each other for 13 plus years. And you become her client, you can also call her Sammy.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe.
No.
Well, that would depend. That's not up to me. Anyways, so Samantha, real estate, Philadelphia, Orlando, Samantha, two beautiful children. Where did it all start? Like, are you from Philly? Are you from Orlando? Where are you from? Like, were you born in Philly, moved to Orlando, or vice versa, or you are like a Philly native?
I'm definitely a Philly native, born and raised in Philly, but moved to Orlando, 5 years ago?
Okay. All right, got you. All right, I wanted to throw that in there, but we're gonna get back to it in a few more minutes. So you were born and raised in Philly. You obviously speak Spanish.
Yes.
So you have a little bit of both the Latino flavor, but the Philly grit.
The best of both worlds.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Mhm.
I agree. I was born with the Latino flavor, and I got the grit. Maybe I got the grit from Colombia, but I don't know.
Definitely from Colombia.
Yeah, for sure. So Samantha, raised in Philly, grew up in Philly. Your family, most of them are in Philadelphia. How do you get into real estate? What got you to get into real estate? Because honestly, I forgot our interview when you first came to me. I have some things that I remember, but why choose real estate? Like, this is what I want to let people know. Why Samantha chose real estate, and you've been in it for 13 years, guys. Like, it's a while. Grandparents, you did house flipping.
They did.
So tell us a little bit about that. So you were how old at that point, and you were seeing them, be in the real estate development business?
So I guess she was doing it from when I was young, but as far back as I can remember, I was like 7 years old. I was like pouring cement with them, painting the walls.
Well, you thought you were pouring cement.
I thought I was pouring cement. I was playing around with the cement.
Painting. I'm somebody else had to paint after you did.
Exactly, yeah, because I wasn't doing it. But
that's amazing.
My grandpappy taught me a lot. As I grew older about like house repair. He really did, and to this day I'm able to do a lot of things by myself.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of those experiences that we get when we're little, they stick with us for the rest of our lives. I mean, they form our personalities.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So obviously you grew up in the real estate business per se. So, but what was that got you to say, you know what, I'm gonna go to school and get my real estate license?
There was nothing I really loved too much. I think I just loved business itself, and I also wanted the freedom of the freedom that comes with real estate.
Right.
And because I see my grandma have the freedom.
Of course, you saw her being able to stay at home, take care of you, and then there was
She
a good
had a lot of money.
life.
She was
Right.
good.
They were well off. But the thing here is that you said is about freedom.
Yep.
But it sounds like you also had an entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah,
Because it sounds like that's what also got you to get into real estate.
definitely.
You like to have control of your life.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So how's that? Like because a lot of women, and I'm not being sexist, I made that clear. I empower my daughter a lot.
Exactly.
And I think I support my team here a lot as well. But, being a woman who's entrepreneurial, especially in the Latino community, is not, nowadays it's very common. But it is not something that you see as often. So you think you got that from your grandmother, your grandfather, or is it just in you?
I think a mix of both because my mom and dad, they're really hustlers.
Okay, so your parents also.
And my grandparents, my grandmother, she's my inspiration. So definitely just all around. So I think it's really in my blood.
Yeah, absolutely, in your genes. Absolutely. So that's amazing. So wanting to have control of your time, wanting to have control of your everything got you to get into real estate.
Having the freedom and no cap. I think that real estate doesn't allow you to cap. You can go
absolutely.
far.
That is one thing that real estate allows for people to have or to not have, which is a cap. Like you can make as much money as you want. The limit is the sky.
Yep.
And it's based on how much work you put in, right?
Yes.
So that really, okay, so once you decided to, okay, I'm going to get into real estate, you went to school, you got your license, how you ended up at Geraldo Real Estate Group?
From going to because we're not going to speak too much about that, but from going to a company that wasn't so good, then I ended up here because I think you did business with my aunt. And
I
she
did
mentioned
business with her aunt. Yes, that is true.
And she mentioned your real estate company, and I figured I'd just come and interview and
see who we were and what we did.
Yep.
Well, your aunt, was pretty demanding, but we got her what she needed.
Blame her parents, my grandparents.
There you go. No, she's amazing. She's a great person, but she's a little demanding. But again, not every client's the same, and we have to adjust to that, right?
Yep.
That's why we are in the business of real estate. So you had a really not so good of an experience at another real estate company. What do you think that was missing there that you found with us?
Respect, number one.
Okay.
Wanting to see you grow genuinely, and not just saying that.
Not empty words.
Not just empty words, but genuinely wanting to see you grow and giving you the tools to grow and help you actually grow. Okay. I remember you lent me a computer when I didn't have one. I will never forget that.
Hey, but listen, we got to get everyone up and running, right?
Yep.
That's the name of the game.
Yep.
Every day counts. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Samantha, because we never really talked about that. And we are doers. You are a doer, 100%. I mean, this woman, you put her in Alaska, she's gonna sell real estate in Alaska. She's gonna sell igloos to Eskimos. I can tell you that much. So then you came over and you started. I remember, it was 13 years ago, so it was around 2012.
Yeah.
We're just coming out of the big recession of real estate, which was really tough on our industry. How was that first year in real estate? How do you feel?
It was.
You still remember, right?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I did that well the first year.
Right.
Because I was still trying to learn. I forgot Spanish, so I had to kind of.
Yeah, and then.
I had to relearn everything. But as time
we do speak English here, guys.
Yeah, right? I know. But as time went on, I remember definitely my second, third year, I was doing really well.
You did very well. I remember signing those checks.
I was doing really good.
No, in all honesty, I mean, I see the 1099s at the end of the year. And I see those commission checks coming out to the agents, which it makes me happy, honestly. I think you guys deserve all of that because I was also in the trenches with you guys. Yep. So the first year was not the hottest year, and it's okay. Yep. Not everyone's first year is the hottest, but you're here 13 years down the road, and you're still in the business.
Yes.
So something good must have been happening in your career.
Definitely.
And let's talk a little bit about that. So what year was the turning point where you say, like, oh my God, I really got the hang of it. I'm really getting traction. I'm really making it happen.
2019.
2019. Mm-hmm. What happened there? Like, please share with us, because 2019 was a normal year in real estate. It was not 2021. It's not 2022 when the market exploded. 2019 was a normal year in real estate because I was there. So what do you think happened?
I remember. Well, it was during COVID too.
Okay, but it was pre-COVID and COVID.
Pre-COVID and COVID, I think I made the most money.
Right, but let's talk about 2019 because I'm very curious for you to share with everyone what happened.
So 2019, I made enough money, thank God, that I was able to buy my first property. I think I was closing about like 4 to 5 deals. A
month?
Yeah.
So that's
like 3 to 5. I remember one month I closed like 5 deals. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was like at the
really
peak.
Good average. That was a very good average.
I was just hitting my peak.
Okay, but what happened that year? What did Samantha do different, or what had you been doing that accumulated all those little wins that got you to be so successful in 2019?
Being consistent.
Okay, consistency.
And then definitely giving great service because I was getting a lot of referrals.
Okay, so here we go, guys. This is one of the key words of today, referrals.
Yep.
And everyone dismisses referrals in a very weird way. And let me just share what I think, Samantha, and maybe you can add to it or tell me if I'm off. Everyone's worried about getting new leads. Everyone wants to buy leads from Zillow. Everyone wants to buy leads from Homes.com, from Realtor.com. Everyone is told to spend a lot of money in marketing and advertising. Why?
No need. I lived off of referrals, I think, for like 5 years.
Look at that.
Even in Orlando, I was still getting referrals from Philly.
Here. Yeah, and we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us about what do you think you did right that allowed you to get more referrals?
Honestly, my clients truly become my friends or family, and I treat them. I try to treat everyone like a millionaire.
Okay.
So they act like one. And
absolutely.
You give them really great service, and you show them that you genuinely care. It's not just about the money, and they will refer you.
That's key. Care. You see, a lot of agents make the mistake of when they get a client, the only thing they see is a commission check.
No.
That's we do it the other way around here, right?
Yep.
We see someone who needs a service, who needs attention, who needs a delivery of something, and then when you do what Samantha did, that's when you get those referrals. So what things do you feel that you did that put you out of the average?
I still do this to this day. If I don't think the deal doesn't benefit the client, I tell them not to move forward, even if I'm going to lose money.
So at the end of the day, you put their interest
first
before yours.
Always.
And you know what? I think there is a huge misunderstanding and misconception is the word about real estate agents, because a lot of real estate agents are considered at the same level as used car salesmen.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Not trustworthy.
No, that car runs great. Don't worry, the transmission is falling out.
Yep.
Right? And unfortunately, that is the common, conception about real estate agents.
It is.
And when people like you, and I want to say, when professional agents like you act the way you do, you're not just changing the dynamic and the narrative about real estate agents. You're also creating a lot of goodwill.
Yep.
And how do you see that goodwill convert?
Referrals.
There you go.
Perfect.
So, but how do you learn about this? Like, was that in your nature? Was that something that you saw around? How did you realize that being that kind of person and giving that kind of service was going to get you that?
Honestly, Carlos, it's in my nature to be that way.
You are.
That's just how I am.
Okay.
You're giving. I'm genuine.
Right. So you truly care.
Yeah, I truly care.
Okay. And that's huge.
That's it.
That's huge because not everyone is willing to put their commission before their client's interest. And I believe Samantha, I think that you have it in your blood, and that is what you make one of your core values. But I believe that we're also here at Geraldo Real Estate Group. We act like that.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the office, including Samantha, or starting with Samantha, and myself, I believe that putting your client first and foremost will get you a lot of better things. And do you think people see that?
Yeah.
How so?
I had a client that we worked for almost a year together, and she hated my guts because I kept telling her, no, you're not going to put an offer on this house because this house is not going to work for you.
And she felt like you were not really wanting to buy a house.
I'm like, I don't get paid. I'm like, I don't get paid if you don't buy. But I don't think this is the best house for you. And at the end, she was like, I can't believe like you were pushing me not to buy the house. I'm like, it's not that I wasn't pushing you to buy the house. It just wasn't the right house.
The other way around, yeah. So did she eventually buy?
Yeah, she bought.
Was she happy with her purchase?
Of course.
Has she referred you any business?
Yes.
I mean, you do a little sacrifice, and it's not a sacrifice, right?
To this day, and that was over, I want to say like 8 years ago.
8 years ago, and she still is your friend.
Yep.
I love those stories. So Samantha, great. So 2019, the pandemic hits. You're still doing well. Then what makes you to decide to go to Orlando?
Just a better environment. For a better
sunny
environment. Sunny weather.
You don't want sunny weather.
Warm weather, palm trees for my kids. My daughter, because I was pregnant at the time.
Right, I remember. Yep. I remember. So you really wanted to change, weather-wise, and you wanted to just give her something different.
Just a change, yes.
Right, right. And I believe we all want that at some point in our life. Some people later in life, or some people younger in life. Some people, we all just wanted it and we never pulled the trigger. So how was that move to Orlando? Samantha, so Orlando, tell us about Orlando. So you decided to go to Orlando, and then you got into real estate in Orlando.
I did.
How was it?
Very honestly, very challenging.
Okay. Can you just tell us a little more about that? How so?
I did not join the correct real estate brokerage.
You don't think you? Okay. Well, I don't know if they're gonna hear it, but you're here now.
Yeah.
What was missing there that you had here that you didn't find there?
Integrity.
Okay, integrity, which is something that's one of your core values.
Yeah.
We just spoke about that 2 minutes ago.
Integrity and like here in this brokerage, like I will always say this, my broker really wants you to win. Where I was at, that wasn't the case. That's it.
Really, but that's counterintuitive because if you win, they win. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like that.
No.
So you didn't feel supported and you didn't feel that they aligned with the way you did business.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Okay. Well, obviously that plays a big role in being motivated, feeling supported, feeling that you're gonna conquer the day. When you go into the office, you feel that you're part of something, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was just a lot of things in the background going on that wasn't allowing certain people to be successful.
Okay.
You can edit that out.
So it was impartial. It was not impartial. No, listen. We're not naming any companies, right? Mm-hmm. Which is part of how we don't like to talk bad about other companies because we earn our own reputation and we earn our own goodwill, right? Yes. We don't need to. This is one thing that we do here, and you can attest to that. We don't need to put anyone down to go up.
Correct.
Right?
Yes,
so,
sir.
Unfortunately, they didn't give you the support you wanted, that you needed. Mm-hmm. The environment wasn't there, so you think that was so you didn't thrive as much as you wanted to in Orlando.
No, not at all.
Okay. Now you decide to come back to Philly. Obviously, you still got your license with us.
Yes.
You come back home.
Right.
We receive you with open arms. And what happens? I mean, you've been here 3-4 months now.
3,
going on 3 months.
3 months, going on 3 months.
Which time's flying, but So tell us about these last 3 months to kind of just wrap it up and tell people how Samantha is here now after Orlando, going through that experience. 3 months. Just wrap it up. Tell us. Just summarize
really quickly. Thank God. 4 listings.
4 listings in 3 months.
It doesn't mean they all sold, but 4 listings.
Listen, some people go years without listings.
2. I think like maybe 6-7 rentals. I have a huge database of clients that I'm reaching out to, a whole bunch of appointments, just a lot more business than I got in Florida and all the time I was there.
Okay, in 3 months, guys. And how long were you in Orlando? 3 years?
5 years.
5 years. And she never got the traction that she needed because of the lack of support and the other things that went on in that place. So, one piece of advice of Samantha that you can share for people who want to buy and sell and for other fellow agents.
For my fellow agents, first and foremost, join a good real estate company. That is key. Right. Number 2, be consistent.
Yeah. That's huge.
That's huge.
Consistency.
And
just grind every day.
Yeah, every single day, and be with a great real estate company. If you're wanting to buy and sell, don't think about it twice. Get an experienced agent and go for it because prices are going to only go up. And
I think so too.
Yes.
Yeah, but if they come up with this 50-year mortgage, the market is going to go crazy again.
It will.
Because people are going to qualify for higher mortgages, which is going to allow them to buy bigger houses or better houses.
Prices will go up.
Prices will continue to go up.
Yep.
And rent will always go up.
Yes.
Samantha, thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate you. I know you have a lot of things going on. Your daughter is waiting for you. Your client is waiting for you, but you took the time to sit down with us and share your experience.
Thank you for having me, Carlos.
Of course, Samantha. And listen, we're here for you. And this is not a publicity stunt. This is sharing real stories from our team members who are real people like us.
Yep.
We're no different than any other agent or any other person on the planet, right? But there are certain things that we have done and that you have done that have made you who you are as a professional real estate agent, and you have been very good at it. Clients love you, and it's amazing that in 3 months you have 4 listings, you did 7 rentals, and you have buyers lined up. I mean, that's something that many people don't get. So, to your continued success. One more question. I gotta ask that. Where do you see Samantha in the next 3 years?
Real estate developer.
There you go. So, and then do you have the support here for that?
100%.
She's got it. So, thank you, Sammy. Guys,
thank you, Carlos.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Till
Bye.
next time. Bye bye.